Today we're diving into the world of educational assessments. Whether you're a student, teacher, or just curious, understanding how learning is measured is essential. Assessments help us gauge progress, identify strengths, and highlight areas for improvement, but not all assessments are created equal. There are two main types you'll encounter: formative and summative. Each serves a unique purpose in the learning journey. In this video, we'll break down what these terms mean, how they're used, and why they matter. Let's start by exploring the basics of assessment in education and why it's so important for both learners and educators. Assessment is a broad term that refers to the various ways educators measure student learning, skills, and understanding. It's not just about tests or grades, it's about gathering information to support learning. Assessments can be formal or informal, written or verbal, and can happen at any point during the learning process. They help teachers make informed decisions and guide students toward success. By understanding assessment, we can better appreciate the tools teachers use to help students grow. Next, let's look at the two main categories: formative and summative assessments. Formative assessment is all about ongoing feedback. Think of it as a check-in during the learning process rather than a final judgment. Teachers use formative assessments to monitor student understanding and adjust instruction as needed. These assessments are typically low stakes, meaning they don't heavily impact grades. Instead, they focus on helping students improve. Examples include quizzes, class discussions, and practice assignment. The goal is to identify what students know and what they still need to learn, so everyone can move forward together. Summative assessment, on the other hand, happens at the end of a learning period. It's designed to evaluate what students have learned after instruction is complete. These assessments are usually high stakes and contribute significantly to final grades. Common examples include final exams, standardized tests, and end-of-term projects. Summative assessments provide a summary of student achievement and help determine if learning goals have been met. They're essential for accountability and for measuring overall effectiveness of instruction. Let's compare formative and summative assessments. Formative assessments are ongoing, low stakes, and focused on improvement. Summative assessments are final, high stakes, and focused on measuring achievement. While formative assessments guide learning, summative assessments judge the results. Both are important, but they serve different roles in education. Understanding these differences helps teachers choose the right tool for the right moment, ensuring students get the support they need. Main purpose of formative assessment is to support learning as it happens. Teachers use it to identify gaps in understanding, provide timely feedback, and adjust their teaching strategies. For students, formative assessment offers a chance to reflect on their progress and take ownership of their learning. It's a collaborative process that encourages growth and development. By using formative assessment, teachers can create a more responsive and effective learning environment. Summative assessment serves a different purpose. It's used to evaluate student learning at the end of an instructional period. The results are often used for reporting grades, making decisions about advancement, and assessing the effectiveness of teaching. Summative assessments provide a snapshot of what students have achieved and help schools maintain standards. While they don't offer the same immediate feedback as formative assessments, they play a crucial role in accountability and long-term planning. Formative assessments come in many forms. Teachers might use quick quizzes, exit tickets, or classroom polls to check understanding. Group discussions, peer reviews, and practice assignments are also common. Even informal conversations can serve as formative assessments. The key is that these activities provide immediate feedback and guide next steps. By using a variety of formative assessments, teachers can keep students engaged and ensure everyone is on track. Summative assessments are typically more formal. Final exams, standardized tests, and major projects are classic examples. These assessments are usually scheduled in advance and cover a broad range of material. They're designed to measure how much students have learned over a period of time. While they can be stressful, they're important for evaluating progress and setting future goals. Summative assessments help ensure that learning objectives have been met. Formative assessments are best used throughout the learning process. Teachers might check in at the beginning of a lesson to see what students already know or during activities to monitor progress. These assessments can happen daily or weekly depending on the needs of the class. The goal is to catch misunderstandings early and provide support before moving on. By using formative assessment regularly, teachers can create a more adaptive and supportive classroom. Summative assessments are typically used at the end of a unit, semester, or school year. They're designed to measure cumulative learning and provide a final evaluation. Teachers use summative assessments to determine if students have met the required standards. These assessments are often scheduled and planned well in advance, giving students time to prepare. While they're less frequent than formative assessments, they carry significant weight in grading and reporting. Formative assessment offers many benefits. It helps teachers identify learning gaps early so they can provide targeted support. Students receive immediate feedback, which boosts motivation and confidence. Formative assessment also encourages active participation and self-reflection. By making learning more interactive, it helps students take charge of their own progress. Overall, formative assessment creates a more dynamic and responsive classroom environment. Summative assessment is valuable for measuring overall achievement. It provides a clear record of what students have learned and helps schools maintain high standards. Summative assessments are useful for reporting progress to parents and administrators. They also help identify trends and areas for improvement at a larger scale. While they may not offer immediate feedback, they play a key role in long-term planning and accountability. While formative assessment is powerful, it comes with challenges. It can be time-consuming for teachers to design and implement frequent assessments. Some students may not take them seriously if they don't impact grades. Additionally, providing timely feedback requires effort and organization. Despite these challenges, the benefits often outweigh the drawbacks, especially when formative assessment is integrated smoothly into daily routine. Summative assessments also have their difficulties. High-stakes testing can create stress for students and teachers alike. These assessments may not always reflect a student's true abilities, especially if they struggle with test anxiety. Additionally, summative assessments don't provide immediate feedback, making it harder to address learning gaps in real time. It's important to balance summative assessment with other forms of evaluation. Feedback is at the heart of formative assessment. Teachers provide comments, suggestions, and encouragement to help students improve. This feedback is specific, timely, and focused on growth. Students are encouraged to reflect on their work and make adjustments. Effective feedback turns mistakes into learning opportunities and helps students build confidence. It's a two-way process that benefits both teachers and learners. Summative assessment feedback is usually less immediate. Students often receive their results after the assessment is complete with limited opportunity for revision. However, summative feedback can still be valuable. It helps students understand their strengths and weaknesses and informs future learning. Teachers can use summative results to adjust their instruction for future classes. While not as interactive as formative feedback, it still plays an important role. Teachers play a crucial role in both formative and summative assessments. They design assessments, interpret results, and use the information to guide instruction. In formative assessment, teachers act as facilitators, providing support and feedback. In summative assessment, they serve as evaluators, measuring achievement and reporting progress. By balancing both types, teachers can create a comprehensive picture of student learning. Students are active participants in the assessment process. In formative assessment, they engage with feedback, reflect on their progress, and set goals for improvement. In summative assessment, they demonstrate what they've learned and celebrate their achievements. By understanding the purpose of each type of assessment, students can take greater ownership of their learning journey. Assessment can have a big impact on student motivation. Formative assessment, with its focus on growth and improvement, often boosts confidence and encourages persistence. Summative assessment, while sometimes stressful, provides a sense of accomplishment when goals are met. By using both types effectively, teachers can help students stay motivated and engaged throughout the learning process. Both formative and summative assessments are linked to learning outcomes. Formative assessments help ensure students are on track to meet goals, while summative assessments confirm whether those goals have been achieved. By aligning assessments with learning objectives, teachers can create a more focused and effective educational experience. This alignment benefits both students and educators. Real classrooms, teachers use a mix of formative and summative assessments. For example, a math teacher might use daily quizzes to check understanding and a final exam to measure overall achievement. This balanced approach ensures that students receive ongoing support and have opportunities to demonstrate their learning. By combining both types, teachers can address individual needs and maintain high standards. Technology is changing the way assessments are delivered. Online quizzes, digital portfolios, and interactive platforms make it easier to gather and analyze data. Technology can provide instant feedback, track progress over time, and personalize learning experiences. Both formative and summative assessments can benefit from these tools, making assessment more efficient and effective. Equity is an important consideration in assessment. Teachers must ensure that assessments are fair and accessible to all students. This means considering different learning styles, backgrounds, and abilities. Formative assessment can help identify and address barriers early, while summative assessment ensures that standards are met for everyone. By focusing on equity, educators can create a more inclusive learning environment. Differentiation means tailoring instruction to meet individual needs. Formative assessment is a key tool for differentiation, as it provides real-time information about student progress. Teachers can use this data to adjust lessons, provide extra support, or offer advanced challenges. Summative assessment can also be differentiated by allowing students to demonstrate learning in different ways. This approach helps all students succeed. Assessment plays a vital role in curriculum design. Teachers use assessment data to evaluate the effectiveness of their lessons and make improvements. Formative assessment helps identify which topics need more attention, while summative assessment provides a big-picture view of student achievement. By integrating assessment into curriculum planning, educators can create more effective and engaging learning experiences. Assessment is also a powerful communication tool. Teachers use assessment results to share progress with students, parents, and administrators. Formative assessment provides ongoing updates, while summative assessment offers a summary of achievement. Clear communication helps everyone stay informed and involved in the learning process. It also builds trust and supports student success. Self-reflection is an important part of assessment. Formative assessments encourage students to think about their learning, set goals, and make improvements. Summative assessments provide an opportunity to celebrate achievements and plan for the future. By reflecting on assessment results, students become more aware of their strengths and areas for growth. This self-awareness is key to lifelong learning. Assessment helps students set and achieve goals. Formative assessment provides regular check-ins so students can track their progress and adjust their strategies. Summative assessment marks the completion of goals and helps set new ones. By linking assessment to goal setting, teachers empower students to take charge of their learning and strive for continuous improvement. Accountability is a key function of assessment. Summative assessments in particular are used to report progress to parents, administrators, and policymakers. They help ensure that educational standards are being met and resources are used effectively. Formative assessments also contribute by providing evidence of ongoing learning. Together, both types of assessment support accountability at every level. Assessment is not just about measuring learning, it's about improving it. Formative assessment helps teachers refine their instruction and address student needs in real time. Summative assessment highlights areas for improvement and informs future planning. By using assessment as a tool for growth, educators can create a culture of continuous improvement in their classrooms. Assessment data is often used to inform educational policy. Policymakers rely on summative assessment results to make decisions about funding, curriculum, and standards. Formative assessment data can also provide valuable insights into classroom practices. By understanding how assessments are used at the policy level, educators can advocate for practices that support student learning. Teachers use assessment data to guide their own professional development. By analyzing results, they can identify areas for growth and seek out training or resources. Formative assessment helps teachers reflect on their practice, while summative assessment provides evidence of effectiveness. Ongoing professional development ensures that teachers stay current and continue to improve their skills. Collaboration is essential in assessment. Teachers often work together to design assessments, share strategies, and analyze results. Formative assessment encourages collaboration between teachers and students, while summative assessment can foster teamwork among educators. By working together, teachers can create more effective assessments and support student success. Parents play an important role in the assessment process. Teachers use assessment results to communicate with parents about student progress and areas for improvement. Formative assessment provides regular updates, while summative assessment offers a summary of achievement. Involving parents helps create a supportive learning environment and encourages student success. Giving students a voice in assessment can increase engagement and motivation. Teachers can involve students in setting goals, choosing assessment methods, and reflecting on results. Formative assessment, in particular, lends itself to student input and self-assessment. By valuing student voice, educators create a more inclusive and empowering classroom. Assessment skills are valuable beyond the classroom. By learning how to set goals, seek feedback, and reflect on progress, students develop habits that support lifelong learning. Formative and summative assessments both contribute to these skills. Teachers who emphasize assessment as a learning tool help students prepare for success in school and beyond. Assessment can foster critical thinking skills. Formative assessments encourage students to analyze their work, ask questions, and solve problems. Summative assessments challenge students to apply their knowledge in new ways. By designing assessments that promote critical thinking, teachers help students develop skills that are essential for success in any field. Creativity can be nurtured through assessment. Formative assessments allow students to experiment, take risks, and express their ideas in different ways. Summative assessments can include creative projects or presentations. By valuing creativity in assessment, teachers encourage students to think outside the box and develop unique solutions. Assessment can sometimes cause stress, especially when high stakes are involved. Teachers can help by using formative assessments to build confidence and reduce anxiety. Summative assessments should be fair and transparent with clear expectations. By supporting students and providing a balanced approach, teachers can help manage assessment-related stress. Adaptability is key in assessment. Teachers must be flexible and willing to adjust their strategies based on student needs. Formative assessment provides the information needed to make these adjustments. Summative assessment results can also prompt changes in curriculum or instruction. By staying adaptable, educators can better support student learning. Data analysis is an important part of assessment. Teachers collect and analyze data from both formative and summative assessments to identify trends and make informed decisions. This data helps teachers target instruction, allocate resources, and measure progress over time. Effective data analysis leads to better outcomes for students and schools. Reporting is a key aspect of assessment. Teachers use assessment results to create reports for students, parents, and administrators. Formative assessment reports focus on progress and next steps, while summative assessment reports summarize achievement. Clear and accurate reporting ensures that everyone understands student performance and can plan accordingly. Future of assessment is evolving. Technology, personalized learning, and new approaches are changing how we measure and support learning. Formative and summative assessments will continue to play important roles, but they may look different in the years ahead. Staying informed about trends helps teachers and students prepare for the future of education. Summary: both formative and summative assessments are essential tools in education. They serve different purposes but work together to support student learning and achievement. By understanding and using both types effectively, teachers can create a more supportive, engaging, and successful learning environment. Assessment is not just about measuring progress, it's about helping every student reach their full potential. Thanks for joining us on this journey through formative and summative assessment.